So, diving right into this video, um, the focus of this one is going to be football and some other life aspects. But I recently had the opportunity to drive up to St. Peters, Missouri, about, I think, a little over 4 hours from where I am located. It was a great experience. Got to take the Mustang out. Honestly, at those top speeds, it was amazing. I never thought it could be so fun. Um, but anyways, my reason for being down there was I got to take two coaching courses for the U.S. National Grassroots licensing and stuff, and it was really some eye-opening stuff I learned there. A lot of arguing with older coaches, though. They like to act like they know a lot more than they really do. Um, but I guess it is true what they say that it's harder to teach an old dog new tricks. Excuse me there. Um, but yeah, I did not like that. Every time we were learning something new, they'd question it, and I'm like, "Well, let him get to the point. He hasn't even gotten to the point. Let's hear the point." I tried to keep my silence as long as I could, but man, they make it so difficult. I do not understand why. Uh, anyways, back to the point. Oh, before I stray too far, I was next to a mall, so I spent the whole weekend down there. I had to find a piano store. Um, anyways, back to the main focus, which is football. For me, football has been important in my life. Honestly, without it and the mindset it gave me, I don't know that I'd be who I am today. Um, it was really hard learning to take everything I learned in soccer or football and translate it to my life. Um, at 19, I had two knee surgeries. I'm 20 now, just turned 20 a week or two ago. I'm not too sure, but I mean, I cannot play anymore. I tried to play and it hurts. Um, I can run, jump, but I can't play. It's the cutting that honestly does it for me. That I just can't. I can't move like I used to, and it sucks because I was still learning to play. So to translate all that into my life and apply it into a real world setting where I thought I was gonna go play in college, um, honestly, disappointing, but still thankful to God for what I do have. And so football is a big part of my life. Always has been. Even when I didn't take it serious, it was there. So me and my brother have had this football club in our hometown for about almost 4 years now. We've played here in our town, some towns away as well. Um, there's been a lot of ups and downs with our club, mostly downs, but it's been a fun experience. Like I said in my first video actually. Uh, I love it. I love it. I've always wanted. After I found out, after my first knee surgery, I was like, well, it'll never be the same again. And I didn't tell myself that off the bat, just so nobody thinks I was immediately quitting. I did play, and then my second knee went out. So there it is. Both my knees have had knee surgeries. And, anyways, yeah. After that, I've learned. I learned. I said, well, the next best thing for me is to get involved on the business side of this, and that's what I'm doing. Trying to start a football club in my hometown. The growth has been very difficult, especially starting something like this, because um, a lot of people around here already have had their football clubs, and they have some better local players on them. Um, and with that, they get credit from other players in other cities, and they love to come down and play on their teams and win. Who doesn't like to win? But our market was a bit smaller. We don't have that street credit, so there is that. But recently, I've been working on it, and for this season of indoor soccer, um, I was able to secure the funds to make our own jerseys, get a new logo, get some pretty great sponsorship. Shout out to them, um, and shout out to actually Gio Lopez who showed me how to do these shirts. It was a cool experience. That's all I'll say about that. I really loved it. Um, with diving back into football, it's an amazing sport. There's so much more to it than one really thinks. But that can be said about any kind of thing really in life. Everyone thinks it's unique only to one thing. Sure, they have their key things, but at the end of the day, um, everything has its own way of being, its own uniqueness in itself. Um, here I am. This was our first game this season. We dominated 8-3, which is not something I was used to. I don't know if you could tell. I was just in awe of what these players did for us. We secured a really great team this year, so shout out to all those players. And also, I'm not putting down the past players we've had. I really appreciate everything they did. I also have played with them. Um, I mean, everything is just for growth, though. But there's that. It's been a great experience this year so far, though. It's been a, it's been tough, some games, um, but as you can tell from what I'm telling you, we've lasted 3 or 4 years absolutely getting demolished by everyone, and now we're doing pretty good for ourselves. I think I could tolerate it a little more now, knowing that we have such I don't know, it feels more hopeful this year. And again, not putting anyone else down. Appreciate everything, but it's just it's great. Um, One thing we did cover that I do want to bring up though, in my coaching courses was nepotism in football or soccer in the United States, and it's really seen in every sport and everything you do really. Um, Nepotism, people being chosen over you because of I don't know, being familiar with each other, they're close, buddy, whatever you want to say. I don't know why I can't pronounce that word. That's gonna bother me, but anyways, it's a problem. Even in this local league, we can see it. Um, I wouldn't say there's much nepotism. I know the guy who runs it. He's chill. He's a really great guy. I appreciate him. Um, Especially he's worked with us. So yeah. Um, this second clip, I forgot who recorded it. A friend's dad did actually. I think. Did not know he was, but then he sent it to me, and so I decided to include it. But anyways, this was a pretty dominating win. It was wow. Could not have asked for um, a better outcome on this game. The team we're playing here is the reigning champions of basically every tournament we've had for the past like 3 or 4 years. Um, so yeah, I mean to beat the number one reigning champs on our first game was a pretty surreal feeling. I wasn't surprised because I was confident in my team and my players, but it was a surreal experience. I will say that. But um, this is just something I wanted to cover. It's a big part of my life. I'm going to continue to grow it. And thanks for listening to my little spiel about it. Um, there's definitely more to come. I have a lot of videos in my my iCloud that I need to post out there. So be on the lookout. Thanks.